to show my respect to professor and our senior student here and fellow assistant here. My name is Chueng, as you know, and then we are conducting the subject Anthology in language teaching. And the topic I'm going to present today is about the ELT curriculum, a flexible model for a changing world. All right. So our professional is Sunsmara, and let me move to the next slide for the. All right. Okay. So ELT is mean a language. English language teaching or something like that. And then here, for the first slide here, I'm going to talk about the introduction and the definition of curriculum, right? And the goal for education to learn how to learn and keep learning. It means that you don't, as the teacher, you don't teach the student only the lesson, but also you teach them teach them the way how to learn, not just only give them the lesson and then let them practice only, but tell them a way, learn how to learn, something like that, so it will be more effective and keep learning. And also we are going to discuss about the three potential or dominant models of curriculum design, and the security of coherent framework with flexibility and recognition of the curriculum as well. And when you create the curriculum, there will be participants, and the participant of your curriculum will be planners, administrator, teacher, and a learner. Okay, so here are the four kinds of participants getting involved with your curriculum planning. Right. So if we just narrowly think, the curriculum is kinds of the syllabus. But if we broadly, if we positively think about what is the curriculum, we may think that curriculum is all aspects of planning, implementation, and evaluation. So this one is broader than this one. This one just a narrow one. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. Curriculum planning. Curriculum planning, we have three models. Okay, the first one is classical humanism, and the second one is reconstructionism, and the last one progressivism. So let me show for the first one. The first one here, classical humanism, is the central model of the central focus of the curriculum. In here, you can see that it strengthens, it means improve your grammar-based curriculum and vocabulary-based curriculum as well. But in contrast, on the other hand, you can see that Mr. Kelly in 1989, page 55, 56, he stated that the curriculum planning is inadequate, is not enough as a basic for curriculum design, so it needs to improve more. And the second one is reconstructionism, is the aptitude of the teaching learning program. Alright. So again, classical humanism is the central focus of curriculum, and the reconstructionism is the aptitude of teaching and learning program. And the last one of the model here is progressivism. It is very helpful steps that enables the individual to progress the self-fulfillment or self-development. Next slide, talking about new pragmatism, a mixed focus model. At the moment, we have talked about the three models of curriculum planning, but now this is a new one called a mixed focus model. Okay. How does a mixed focus model help the curriculum developer or planner or something like that? So it supports learner needs, the learner interest, and the learner development as well. Okay, LTW here is mean language teaching world moves to learner-centered approach, center learner curriculum. not really teacher-centered curriculum anymore. They encourage us to move to learner-centered curriculum. So they prepare this kind of curriculum these days. And communicative syllabus or curriculum, nature is language. It means that the nature of the language. And here is the main focus model. This kind of model also has some difficulty, means some drawback, and also some advantage of it as well. So what are the advantage of it? The step of it. We call CP, curriculum program, and it means specifications and program implementation, and the last one is implementation in the classroom. First, they have to plan for the curriculum, and then they have to specify about the mean and the end. They have to think about what will happen during the class or something like that, so that they can divide. They can create the curriculum for the learner and for the teacher, for the educator as well. And then they have to implement it. After that, they have to survey and take a look carefully in the classroom whether the implementation in the classroom is proper or not. Alright? Move to the next one is curriculum policy. Everything has policy. So how can curriculum policy help in curriculum design or plan? So it establishes broad principle and purposes of curriculum, and they are also it means that the principle and the purpose of curriculum here are also expressed or shown in the curriculum design document. So next time, if you want some kind of document related to the curriculum planner design, you may take a look at the curriculum design document, so you will get some information about how to create the curriculum or something like that. Next one is about needs analysis. So here we got 2 points as well. One is positive and one is not really positive, we call negative. So if we think it narrowly, we can say that the needs of the analysis is kinds of product-oriented view of need is narrow. It means that if we think it narrowly, but if we think broader than that, we will think that the need of analysis of the curriculum design is the kind of process-oriented view of need. And then move to the syllabus design. In syllabus design here we got 3 different kinds of syllabus. Okay, one called structure-based syllabus, and second one called function-based syllabus, and the last one is called process-based syllabus. Okay, let's move to the next one. I think this is the last slide. Methodology. Methodology here we focus on the teacher. So being a teacher, what should we do in order to be a good teacher, to be a professional one? In order to be a good teacher, to be a professional one, we have to think about the 4 categories. Okay, we have more than it, but mostly we have to think about these 4 categories. One, being flexible. Example, you teach a student about 1 grammar point, and then at the end of the class you have to do the self-reflection. If you don't do self-reflection, you may not know what have you done so far. Is it, the lesson that you teach a student, is it right to their level? Do the student feel, other students feel interested, do they feel interested in your lesson or not? So if you do the reflection, you will improve your ability, teaching ability. And one more thing, analysis. During, before, or during and after your class, you have to analyze the lesson. For example, before you teach, you have to analyze what should you do, and during your teaching, you also have to analyze what kind of activity that you are going to set for your student to practice in the class. And after that, you have to analyze that, okay, for this lesson, should we teach how many hours or how many sessions, something like that, and should it be right for this learner? And be creative. to be a teacher is also you need to be creative. Otherwise, the student will feel bored. If you are creative, you will make more new things, and the student will feel like okay, they learn something new every day. And the last one, be open-minded. As a teacher, everyone has mistakes. So in order to be a good teacher, you have to be open-minded to get the feedback from everyone. Sometimes you can get feedback from your coworker, your supervisor, your students, something like that. All right. And the next one, the aim of TTC here, it means teacher training curriculum. It means that the aim of this one is to develop teacher to be a researcher. Teacher is not only a deliverer the knowledge to the student, but also he is the researcher as well. Why do I say that teacher is a researcher? The reason why we say teacher is a researcher because we want teacher to research more something new, something reliable, something broader, in order to get the information and to share with the student. Not only the one who just bring one lesson and to teach the student and deliver this to that, but also to propose more research, more document for the student. So we say that teacher is researcher. All right. One more thing to get into the evaluation stage. So in evaluation stages here, we got a few stages here. One is curriculum program. Second one is implementation, and the third one is participant involvement. First, we have to plan our curriculum, and then we have to implement it. After that, we will get involvement from our participants. And you have to determine the effective and efficient goal of curriculum as well. Whenever you make curriculum, you have to think about two things here. I think the other developed country, they also follow this kind of Australia, effective and efficient. Okay, so we have to think about the effective and efficient goal of the curriculum design. Conclusion. The writer of the book, Mr. Dennis Finney, he suggests the model that we have talked earlier, three models, remember it? One is classical humanism, second one is the reconstructionism, and the last one is progressivism. And the other new pragmatism is called the mixed method model. Okay, so we suggest that to use that in our real class, okay, or in our real situation when you are creating the curriculum or syllabus. Okay, he encouraged us to use to be flexible as well. So be flexible with your lesson or with your curriculum, and also the interpretation between teaching and ICT is also appeal and also changes. For example, you think that your teaching style is not going well yet, so you may start changing. Okay, so it's kind of be open-minded. Changing here, it means be open-minded. If you think that this way teach the student better than your way that you are doing right now, you can change it. You can change it to the better way. So again, our writer here, Mr. Finney here, he suggests us to use the model, flexibility, integrity, and changes. So I think this is the end of my presentation. And this is the last slide for thank you slide. So any question you may ask? Okay. Thank you so much for attention. Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
Being a professional or creative teacher, can you share something about your own experience to me? Yes.
To be a professional teacher?
A creative teacher.
Creative teacher.
Yes, don't want to make a boring class.
Okay, good. Good question. Thank you, Mr. How do, according to my experience, my opinion, experience, I think that to be a creative teacher, we need to create something new for the student. For example, one class or one session, we have to create kind of a peer class for them. I mean, set them as a peer to work together as a partner and to do one activity. Next lesson or next section, we may ask them to do as the kinds of a group work to discuss about one topic. And the next lesson, we may create kind of a if possible, if you are teaching in the higher education class, you may create a seminar class. For example, you create a very professional setting, and then you may have a slide like this, and then you may show them, and then you may find out some online tool, and then show them, like example model, example Schoology, example like the other online classes. And then one more thing, project-based learning is also kind of a creative idea that the teacher should apply as well. So for example, you set some topic for your student. You made a group, you group them. I mean, you make a few group in your class, and then you give them a few topics. For example, a topic is about the famous people in Cambodia, or the famous people around the world, famous building around the world. And then let your student do it as a group, and you give them about like a month or a few weeks in order to let them work in a group to achieve, to finish the project. So again, in short, I think that to be a creative teacher, you have to have many different tasks for the class, not the same task. Or one more thing, you should encourage or motivate students to have more activity inside the class as well. All right. So I think this is just my experience, and I hope that you can research more about this, and then get some experience, and then just apply it with your professional teaching career. All right. Thank you. Yeah. How about the others? Sister.
Any other?
Professor.
Next semester.
Brother. Because this slide I just follow five slide presentation slide. That's why it's short. So 5 lines for a slide and 5 slides for a presentation. 5 words for a slide, 5 slides for a 5 words for a sentence in between a sentence, and 5 sentences between a slide, and 5 slides for my assignment here. So it's short like that. It's short like that.
Actually, to me, if you have enough time, I will want you to share how to create the African curriculum. How to create, yeah, if you have time. I hope so that in this next.
Okay. Yeah. I think maybe this time, if I have time, I will can say show you for the real one.
Okay, that's all. Yes.
Any questions?
Okay, so you can stop here, and
Okay.
since we still have some more presenter, special presenter.
Oh yes, I got a short one. So short.
Okay, thank you.
I promise.